My clients sometimes think of me as their heart surgeon, but really, I'm an accountant. I think they say that because there's so much trust in what I do. For the last 23 years, I've consulted hundreds of businesses on the tools and technologies they use, software, servers, even desks and monitors, the whole 9 yards. I know what it takes to grow a business because I've done it. It's blood, sweat, and a lot of tears. As a tax practitioner and efficiency consultant, small businesses look to me as their trusted advisor. And I take that responsibility very seriously. But I also have so much fun helping a business run better. It's just the best. QuickBooks is a huge part of what I recommend. And to me, Enterprise is the mothership. Having done this for so long, I can see the signs when it's time for a company to move from QuickBooks Premier or Pro to Enterprise. If a potential client comes to me and the first thing out of their mouth is about their data file, reports are running slower, data seems less manageable, but they can't condense the file, they're outgrowing their setup. As a client experiences this, they start to panic, and they'll need to delete some portion of their file. When I tell them they don't have to, they're so thankful. QuickBooks Enterprise takes those growing pains right out of the picture because it gives a business space for a combined million customers, vendors, and inventory items. It's room to breathe, and it's room to grow. Another way I can tell a business needs Enterprise is access. Some businesses just have 2 users, but if they ever grow to a point where they need to add more, I always advise them, don't give everyone the keys to your castle. Not only is much of that data irrelevant to an employee's work, some of it is sensitive financial information that's susceptible to fraud. With custom user permissions, you can assign that separation of duties and tailor each role to yourself. After that, each team member gets only the information they need and no more. A business owner in waste management once came to me because they were growing quickly and needed more people handling the accounting. I introduced them to Enterprise, and we set up each permissions for each new employee. They were so impressed and relieved that the permissions applied to all of the years of the data they had brought in from QuickBooks Premier. When you have this separation of duties in place, it means you can delegate more of the busy work you've been doing yourself so you can end up with more time for your business. Assigning roles means more employees can take on more of the work in QuickBooks. And Enterprise allows for up to 40 simultaneous users rather than just 3 or 5. So my clients learn the art of delegating. If they've never had the chance to delegate before, I help them get used to it. Sometimes when a business needs Enterprise, their main symptoms are inventory headaches. If they have separate locations or supply chains, however large or small, and if those don't talk to each other, they're going to have stockouts, back orders, and unhappy customers. And they'll have no idea what it costs to create and provide their item or service to a customer. Of the whole QuickBooks family, Enterprise has the most comprehensive and user-friendly tools to manage your inventory, letting you track it across warehouses down to the specific bin or pallet. Orders are pulled from the right locations. Inventory levels are updated in real time, and it's all reflected in your numbers. You can also track the landed cost of each item you sell and set automatic POs for when an item or material starts to run low. The marriage of accounting and inventory in Enterprise is really beautiful if you ask me. You'll see that same beauty with job costing for businesses that work on a project basis. Enterprise has the most powerful job costing of any QuickBooks product. If you don't know how your actual costs compare to your estimate during the job, you can easily end up eating a lot of the overages. With Enterprise, you can track the cost of a job during the project, and you can see what adjustments should be made to keep that project on track towards a profit. When you know your true costs, you can make your estimates more accurate. So many of my clients have been surprised at what their estimates should be. One of my favorite tools within reporting is custom fields. These are fields that a business can set up with whatever unique detail they want to track, sort, or filter by. I once worked with an owner of a marina who wanted to filter reports in a certain way. They had a specific need for a custom list of multiple choices on their work orders and invoices. But they were using QuickBooks Premier, which just didn't have that functionality. We brought them into Enterprise, and I showed them how to create drop-down lists they can write themselves. Numbers, text, whatever they needed. They added these custom fields, which helped them create a workflow for their work orders and get the reporting and insights they wanted. Enterprise gives you more options for custom fields. more data types, more control over requirements, and more fields. And only businesses using Enterprise can make their own flexible pricing rules and discounts. They can set these rules to meet their choice of criteria. For example, a service-based business could add a discount rule for long-term preferred customers. They would choose how long it takes to be a preferred customer, and they'd decide the amount of the discount. They'd set it and forget it, and then whenever a customer qualifies for that discount, they'd automatically start receiving it. It's a smarter way for businesses to work. It saves time, and it helps them treat their customers better. In addition to pricing, Enterprise can automate so many other functions in the background, which constantly saves time in the overall workday and helps them limit mistakes that come from manual data entry. Take purchase orders. While QuickBooks Pro and Premier users make one manual PO in 5 to 10 minutes, Enterprise automates that. The POs are created straight from the system. That saves so much time, not just in making them, but there's no more fixing errors that come up in a manual process. How would you spend that time you now saved? Business owners have a lot of tension around errors in payroll. It's so important to get it right because you don't want to mess with the IRS. When I tell clients that Enterprise Diamond includes assisted payroll, what a relief. That data syncs with their bookkeeping, saving them time, plus it can then go into all of your reporting. You can't do true job costing without it. Getting a team paid within QuickBooks gives business owners the confidence and comfort that it's done right and the responsibility is taken care of. Not only that, their taxes can be filed and paid automatically. Another feature included with Enterprise Diamond is time tracking. Employee time syncs straight to a business's job costs and payroll. Plus, location services automatically track time and job details throughout the day. That integration with Enterprise also means they can track labor costs, material costs, and project income, so they're delivering profitable projects on time. Have I mentioned how much I love QuickBooks? When my clients are outgrowing Pro or Premier or just need more efficiency in specific areas, the difference Enterprise makes is just amazing. With that intuitive QuickBooks design that's always easy to use. Enterprise is made to help any business, and you can count on it to manage yours.